Hello there, ringside crew.
Hello there, ringside crew.
Hey dudes at ringside crew, this is Davian.
Hey, it's Jenny Santana.
This is Alfie.
This is the Savage Juggernaut, Tamaku.
Inside Ring!
This is Thomas D. Bruff.
This is Billy Starks.
Mr. Chad Epic.
Megan Mason.
Hey everybody, Scotland's own Brody Adler.
The headliner in charge, Marco Mania.
This is your girl, Charisma.
Aberdeen, Brendan Dicker.
This is According to Woods.
Savannah Summers.
I'm Shorty.
Tasman inside.
You are watching
The internationally known
Dudes at Ringside podcast, hosted by Metal Geek and Joe the Panther Jr.
Hello there, wrestling fans, and welcome to another episode of the internationally known Dudes at Ringside podcast. I am your host, Joe the Panther the Third, and now from the top of Metal Mountain all the way down to all 50 states and the globe, it's the happy heel himself, the Metal Geek.
Welcome to Mega Sunday, everyone. Mega Sunday. What's going on, Ringside crew? What's going on, internationally known? What's going on, everybody? What's going on, Joe? How's it going today?
Not too much. Crazy day. Crazy.
Mega Sunday.
So, are you ready to introduce the guest, Geek and Sleekin'?
Yep. That's all right. Let's give a warm Dudes at Ringside welcome to the Notorious Angel, Amber Joe.
Hey, Sam.
Hi.
Welcome, Amber. Welcome to Dudes at Ringside podcast. So,
Thank you for having me.
Of course, no problem. So, if our fans aren't familiar with you, introduce yourself.
Hello, every single one of you beautiful people. You're beautiful because you're watching me. My name is the Notorious Angel, Amber Joe, and people like to describe me as the definition of dominance and beauty.
Awesome. Awesome. And Amber, let's start the interview of who trained you?
So I have been trained by a numerous number of coaches. Sorry to drop some big names. The first name I'm going to be dropping would be Joel Redmond, formerly known as Oliver Gray in NXT.
Wow.
He was one half of the NXT Tag Team Champions. I've also been trained by Rishi and Raj Ghosh. Rishi Ghosh, you can actually see him in a cameo with the movie Fighting With My Family.
Wow. That's awesome to know. Yeah. So Amber, how did you get your start in the wrestling business?
I wanted to do wrestling since I was a kid. I used to. I have a big family, loads of siblings.
George.
Technical difficulties right there.
Amber will be back.
We hope.
So, Geek, I have a really fast thing to ask you a question about.
What's up?
What do you think about the whole stuff that people keep talking about Vince McMahon coming to wrestle, man?
That's a touchy subject, Joe. But touchy subject. But I think Vince should just hang it up. He's done. That's my personal opinion. I don't think he needs to come back to wrestling. I mean, just let's put the spotlight on somebody new. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Vince, you had your opportunities. You had wrestled Austin. You wrestled Shawn. You had great WrestleMania moments. I'm not going to say that he was horrible, but I'm saying let's just give it to somebody new. All right, Vince, no more.
Yeah, and I'm just saying I didn't mean to bring it up in a bad light. I just hope it gets.
What's your opinion, Joe? I want to know what your opinion is.
I think it's weird. Like, how old is he? 70? Oh, Amber, you back?
Yeah.
I'm back. I'm so sorry. I don't know what happened.
I got scared. I thought
Amber hates us now, right? She's like, bye guys. My computer gone. Right.
I was like, No, it's probably the weather down here. It's so bad.
What's the weather like by you? Because today was like cold and sunny here in PA.
It's just, well, it's the UK, so it's always raining.
Jeez.
Yeah, we've heard that one before.
Before we did Dudes at Ringside, Amber, Geek was like Geek. It was his real name, but Weatherman L word, because he can't say his real name because we're doing shows. Like
I love that.
Yeah,
I love that.
On Facebook, Amber, all he would post is videos of him looking out and it's snowing today, and it's raining today. I'm like, he's like the Jewish Al Roker.
So I'm sorry. You were going on how'd you get started in the wrestling business?
Yeah. So I've always wanted to wrestle since I was a child. I come from a big family. I'm the eldest out of, well, a lot of siblings. I won't even say how many. And I used to just clothesline them, beat them up, choke slam them. And so I've always thought to myself that I'm going to be a wrestler one day. And then I ended up going to my friend's birthday. We ended up going to a trampoline place, Flip Out. And we met two wrestlers, and they told us about this training school, and me and my best friend went, and that's it. Here we are now.
Yeah. Okay.
What are some of your inspirations to get into wrestling? Like who inspired you to get into wrestling?
So
which wrestlers?
My inspirations would have to be China, Beth Phoenix, Victoria, which I'm very close with, Lisa herself. She gave me her finishing move, the Widow's Peak.
Ooh.
And she entrusted that to me, and I wanted to cry because I was like I've looked up to you since I was a child, and so I want to say a massive thank you to her, because I know she will probably pop in maybe later.
Please, that'd be awesome. I'm a big fan of her too. I love Victoria.
She's so lovely. Honestly, she's so lovely. And Mickey James.
Oh, I love Mickey.
And Paige. You can't be British and not be a fan of Paige.
No.
Love Paige.
Everybody that comes on our podcast says Paige is one of the top inspirations.
Oh yeah.
A lot of people say Paige is one of their top inspirations.
From the men, my biggest inspiration from the men will be Eddie Guerrero.
Everybody.
Absolutely amazing.
Yeah. I remember, Amber, when Eddie Guerrero died, because when the internet just started up, I was on No DQ and I typed it in.
Wrestle
Zone. It popped up, and I read the shorts. All I read was WWE superstar has passed away, and that's all I got through. And I turned off the computer, and I ran to the phone, called my friend. This is before a cell phone. Called my friend, and I said, "Tom's like, what's up, Randy? I might need to talk to Jimmy." He's like, "What happened?" I said, Eddie Guerrero died. And all you heard, everybody in that family, the house loved wrestling. And they were like, he's like, "Oh my God, Eddie Guerrero died." And he's in the kitchen. Everybody in the house is like, "What? No." His sister started crying. You could hear everybody crying. It was just weird. It's like, to explain a whole family screaming and crying about a guy that they don't know. That's wrestling.
It's the impact that we have on people's lives. The fans get to connect to us on a whole nother level, and it's one thing I love about wrestling.
Yeah, totally. Is there any other place in the world you would want to travel to, Amber, to wrestle, or just travel to?
I would love to go to the United States. I want to. Yes, that hit me the hardest, Eddie Guerrero. It's so horrible. Sorry, I'm like reading the comments.
Yeah, a lot of people don't. They really don't. A lot of like they just talk to us and they don't.
They ignore the comments.
They're like, let's just
I
talk
Twitch stream, so like I'm so used to just being like, oh yeah, and then read it out.
Yeah, you're usually on the opposite end. That's why.
Yeah. So, the United States, I want to wrestle in Impact Wrestling, Ring of Honor. The biggest one I really want to do would be Empower 2.
Definitely.
I would love to do that. I mean, I can see myself teaming up with Jamie Senegal to take on the NWA Women's Tag Team Champions.
Oh man, that'd be a great match.
That's the girl with the white in her hair. That's the tag team champion from Impact, right?
Yes.
I can't think of her name. One girl has like the black hair. The other one has the white streak. I can't think of their tag team name. I can't think of their name.
The Hex.
Bingo. That's
yes. They're down. They're actually down here soon.
Ah.
Wow.
Yes, they're against one of my good friends, Sky Smithson, and her tag team partner Rio O'Reilly, The Uprising, and it's a winner-take-all championship match for the Eve Women's Tag Team Championship and the NWA Women's Tag Team Championship, and you can check that out at Eve Wrestling. So if you just type in YouTube Eve Wrestling, you can see they're both amazing teams. But my money's on Smithson. Always will be.
Who's your dream opponent you would love to wrestle?
There's so many. I can't just pick one. There are so many.
Mm-hmm. We could do a top 5 or top 10.
Okay, top 5. We'll go top 5. Nyla Rose. 100% Nyla Rose. I don't know. A lot of people, I get really shocked that they've not heard of her. But Marina Marino.
Yeah, we had her on the podcast.
She's been on our podcast.
She is absolutely amazing. One of my closest girls. She is my sister. Like she's literally my sister. She's my if I go to America, she would be the first person I really want to wrestle. So Nyla, Mariah, Mickie James, Lisa Marie, so Victoria, and then I'm gonna throw in a man here. I don't know his real name, but I really want to wrestle Braun Strowman.
Oh, Braun!
Braun! Wow,
wow,
that's a good list right there.
That's really good list. If you ever get a chance to speak to Lisa, either after you do the podcast with her, tell her that we would love to have her come on the podcast. She may be a really big name for us.
Joe, what are you doing? Amber Joe is right here.
I know she's right. So I'll just hint out. Do you collect anything?
Not really. I collect hearts.
Oh, there we go. That's a good thing.
I collect people's hearts and then I squash them.
Isn't that an 80s song? The Collecting Hearts? Isn't that like one of those two of Hearts? That's the song, Two of Hearts.
I'm 24.
Oh,
I wasn't here in the 80s.
Yeah. I always think like everybody knows 80s music.
What'd you say your
Not my
favorite
type
food
of
is?
music.
Oh. Wait.
You just asked that question, Joe?
No.
No, I was just gonna ask what your favorite food was. That's all.
My favorite move.
Food.
Yeah, food. Yum.
I'll tell you what. Why don't you both guess?
We're bad. We have 2 types of food dudes at Ringside is known for. You should know by now. You're always in the chat. Pizza or tacos.
Do you like a good taco?
Oh, yes. Love it.
As long as it's not the Tex-Mex and it's a legit Mexican taco.
Yeah.
Because, Tex-Mex has just ruined traditional Mexican food.
Yeah, completely.
But because I'm Italian.
Oh, okay.
It has to be spaghetti. Just anything with pasta, honestly. It could be carbonara. It can be bolognese. It could be just anything with pasta.
Okay.
Or sushi.
Ooh,
They're both on the same level.
Yeah. we love sushi here too, but Geek doesn't like fish, so we. Oh, here you go. Question from the mod.
No, go ahead, Joe. I cut it too fast.
Did you know that Eminem opened up a pasta restaurant in America? It's near the California and Detroit area. Mom's Spaghetti. Did you know that?
Really?
Yes, he opened up his own pasta. It has like sandwiches with pasta in it and stuff like that. You can get a bowl of pasta. Now the question:
do you have any pets? We're flu friendly and welcome up on for a visit.
So I do have a pet, but the dog lives with my mum.
Aww.
Which is not even mine, but I grew up with her, so she's mine.
What kind of dog?
She's an American Bulldog.
Oh, I love bulldogs.
Yeah, she's an extra large American Bull. She's great. Her name's Princess. And she's definitely not a little princess. Okay. I wanted to change her name to Bambi because honestly, when she was a puppy, she still does. When she runs and gets excited, she hops like a deer, and it is just the most cutest thing, especially for a really big dog.
Oh, jeez. To see that, a big bulldog hopping up and down, that's insane.
So cute.
What kind of dog?
She said it, bulldog. She's a little. You didn't get the assignment. You didn't get the assignment.
And Armad has a mini golden doodle. That's Rocky in the picture right there.
Oh, that's adorable.
He's a young dog, so I tell him that
he does a lot of tricks. Like he dances with you. He rings the doorbell. He opens doors. He'll talk to you when you argue. When you
try to hug when you're like if you hugged Geek, he would growl. He would growl because he's not getting a hug.
He gets mad when he doesn't get hugs.
Oh, that's so sweet.
Mm-hmm.
But he gets mad. It's like sort of funny. I have a dachshund named Dexter. Yes, he wears coats. If you saw his picture, Amber, you'd just melt. He wears a coat like today. The coat he has on is like almost like the preppy one that has like the brown and white checkerboard on it. I have to take a picture.
People in the chat, if you have a dog, just type your dog's name or not
there you go,
but your breed in the chat below.
Actually, I asked the question that she thought you asked. What's your favorite move to use?
My favorite move?
Yeah.
It would have to be my own.
Okay.
What's
it
it
would
called?
have to be the clipped wings.
What's it called? The clipped wings?
The clipped wings.
Okay, wow.
So it is literally, I say my own. I mean, it's technically my own now. So it is a variation of the Widow's Peak. But instead, I underhook my arms. So I put my arms underneath them, so it looks like I've got them in like a chicken wing.
Mm.
And then my hands are on the neck, around their chin here. And then I just drop.
Okay.
And it literally looks with both of our hands tied. It literally looks like it's an angel wing, and then obviously when I drop down, both the hands fall, and that's why I called it the clipped wings.
That's cool.
Plus, I'm an angel, so.
Do you have any stories from the road or training?
Not really. Like I've not got any stories. I'm so boring.
You're not.
You're funny. You're funny.
I'm literally so boring. It's like I think the most funniest thing that ever happened to me is I was speaking to this person. Obviously, I'm not mentioning names and things, but I was speaking to this person, and I was talking to this boy, and just flirting, in general. He was a really good-looking lad, but it turned out that his dad was the ref of a show I did.
Oh boy.
geez.
You're gonna get DQ'd.
I mean, that's the most awkward situation that I've ever been, especially when his dad brought me up. Turned around and was like, I know you. I was like, I've never met you. He was like, no, but you know my son. And I was like,
Oh, jeez.
Oh no.
Because I am a massive flirt. I really am. I am such a big flirt.
Oh jeez.
But you know, when I see an attractive guy, you know, you just gotta go.
Oh
Maybe,
jeez.
maybe it's the Italian in me because we all about the love.
Yep. That's how I am. That's how I am. So, Geek are always trying to. One day, me and Geek are going to come to England. We're going to come to England.
One day. We keep saying it, but then
We're
it
going to
keeps
come.
getting...
We'll be there.
Yeah.
So when you let me know when you come to England, so I can book my flight to America.
Oh, okay. Okay. So you could
Avoid us.
You can rent Geek's apartment out. So here you have somewhere to stay. So you can stay at Geek's apartment. So while we're here, when you're there, you could just stay in England and just.
No, she basically means she wants to avoid us, Joe. It's what she's
Okay.
trying.
I get it.
No, I'm messing. No, let me know when you do come over England. You know, see if I'm wrestling, and then just come over, watch me live.
Yeah,
because it's the best match that you'll ever see.
We'll bring you a sticker. We'll bring you a Dudes at Ringside sticker.
Can I have a golden star?
If we're working on getting alternate stickers, so you could have like that one, a pumpkin sticker. I'm thinking about trying to get all different stickers.
Yeah, we should do that one day, Joe. We should have like the different stickers, but
that costs a lot of.
This podcast does not make a whole lot of money right now. Right
now. We're trying to get our name further in England.
It's working though.
We have 13% last time Geek checked the
13% in England.
Yeah, 13%.
So when we get off the plane, we're just gonna get hammered.
We were talking. I was talking to my dad, and he's like something about the American people. I told him how like a lot of people are like American wrestlers don't like talk to us, but the British ones talk to us like crazy. And my mom's like, yeah, you always say that internationally known, but you really are. And my dad's like, Randy has said you guys they really are loved over there in England. And my mom looked and said, really? And my dad said, we don't know how popular they really are in England. Like, you can have a Beatles thing going on when they get off the plane. All there is people.
Again, I don't like the Beatles.
Oh,
not my sort of music.
So what is your music that you would run to if you heard playing?
Escape the Fate, or more commonly known as Falling in Reverse.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Because it has to be Ronnie Radke. His music is it's to die for, honestly. That is the one person, if I could have anyone in any band make my entrance music, it will be Falling in Reverse. Because that's my... Take a listen to The Drug and Me Reimagined, and you'll understand why this guy needs to do my songs, because he can switch. Like his vocal range is just absolutely gorgeous.
Almost like Chester Benningfield from Linkin Park, right?
Yes. Yes, better.
That's still hard for me to think that we lost such a darling of a person with the voice that he could scream his heart out, and then he could sing a note like you're like, band? Like, what? Like, I saw a guy rest his soul. I saw him twice, 2 times in my life. So once with Geek, and then I saw him another time with my friend. I was like 3 rows from the stage to see him, and I was like, everybody gets mad. They're like, you saw Linkin Park live? I was like, yeah, didn't you?
I saw them too. They're awesome.
You're there. I said, I clearly said me and Geek. Yeah. Do you, Amber? Do you play? Do you play video games?
I do.
Okay. Do you like what's your game? Your go-to game?
Please don't hate me, everyone.
No.
Fortnite.
Fortnite. That's okay. It's a popular game,
It's
right?
popular. You go on Twitch, you look at Fortnite, you'll find tons of people playing Fortnite.
That's probably the number one game on Twitch.
It's that or Battlefield. But I do like I have just spent I'm just about to spend £180 on a classic PlayStation 2 with all the Harry Potter games from PlayStation 1 to the latest Deathly Hallows games.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to plan on streaming. I'm going to plan on streaming them in order of the on like movie order. So that's going to be something to look out for.
Keep an eye out, peeps. Keep an eye out, Ringside.
Keep an eye out. She's making an advertisement right now. She's plugging
If you don't sell, you have to sell yourself. You know, it's like free publicity.
Yeah, it's like you go on somebody else's stream.
That's what we do. We get in. You know how much trouble you go on somebody else's stream. Geek, you say, Geek. I hate
you go on someone else's streams a lot. You get blocked or banned or whatever.
You come on flag.
You come on Dudes at Ringside. Say whatever you want.
As long as you're not saying you want to be famous, like the fake advertisements.
No viruses allowed on Dudes at Ringside.
Oh my god, it's so annoying. Like my sister's fiance was starting her own podcast. Me and Geek are watching, and all of a sudden, what comes into the chat? Our good old friend, you want to be famous. I was like, this is like, you want to be famous? Yeah. I'm like, don't listen to that guy.
and then I said, I want to be famous.
Yeah. I used to react every time I would see him. I'm like, yeah, I want to be famous.
I can't escape the fame. It's gonna happen.
Yeah.
It's gonna happen. I mean, like, so we can't. I'm not gonna say too much. I'm just gonna say what I've seen everyone else say. But I'm gonna be filming a TV show.
Okay.
And so like we're gonna be filming, and so when that releases, this obviously, girl, we're gonna have Little Miss Actress here.
Okay.
I'm gonna be like the female version of Dwayne The Rock Johnson.
Oh wow!
Wow! That's
when
awesome.
You get the poster and you're allowed to release it, ask the company. We will post it on our Dudes at Ringside page to help you promote.
Oh, that would be amazing.
If you can, ask the promotional company. We don't want to get you in trouble or get us in trouble.
So I can't say too much, but that's all I can say.
Oh no! When it happens, Amber, not when it happens. It's done. Nothing yet. No trouble.
Yeah, we love helping for that sort of stuff.
We love helping the fun stuff, like getting the name out. It's like what we're doing here. Like,
Thank you.
Yeah, we love helping independent wrestlers all the time.
We love it. And sometimes they help opposite. They'll bring their friends. They'll say, "Oh, after that training, they're like, Dudes at Ringside, go to them, please." Yeah. Oh, you saw me in your DMs? Get them out of your request box.
They're not junk.
Every time we get that same message, it's like a Geek laughs when I'm on the phone. He's like, "Oh, I'm sorry, you were at the request box."
You were in the request. I never saw you. You were in my request box. I'm like, oh, how do we get out of that request box? Seriously.
It's like we're
yeah. What? You've been in my request box for a very long time, haven't you, both?
Yeah.
I think well over a year. I think it took about a year for me to see. And I've been like, I'm so sorry. I don't look at my request messages because it's normally like I'd like to RKU with a wink face or like just really crude, like cringy messages. So nobody looks at them. And then I looked at them just one day because I was just like wanting to laugh, and then I saw your guys, and I was just like, yeah, sure. I'm so sorry. I do apologize. It took so long.
It's okay. As you can tell,
I can only imagine how much requests you guys get.
It's worth the wait, though, right?
Yeah,
it's probably insane. And I told us to Geek, it's like a cartoon. We need to have our buddy Joe draw. It's like you see our eyes in the dark, and it says request box above, and it's like our eyes, normal eyes like us, and then around us, all these creepy wide eyes like this. the creepers. The creepers
You
all around.
want to be famous, right? You want to be famous. You want $1 million.
And it sounds horrible saying this. It's us sweet, innocent podcasts surrounded by a bunch of "Do you want to be famous?" and D pics. poor gulp.
That's why nobody ever looks in that request box, you know.
Because I feel bad for you guys, you lady wrestlers, man. I feel bad for you guys. Like you guys are just trying to get your name out there, and then there's these jerks that want to be disgusting and send you like down
pictures. I mean, so I have right. I tell you this funny story. So I went out to a pub, right? And please excuse my language. I'm British, so we like to cuss. So I was out all dolled up to the nines, you know, because I am bloody gorgeous. And just saying. And this guy grabbed my ass. He grabbed my ass. And, you know, because everyone knows I'm openly trans. You know, I'm very open about who I am. A lot of people are like, oh, don't talk about being trans. Or some people are like, I don't like to talk about being trans because it's boring. But being trans is like the transgender subject is a subject that needs to be spoke about so much more. I mean, look what's happening in Texas right now.
Yeah.
And this is why we need to speak out, especially trans athletes as well, especially here in Britain. I think like British trans athletes need to speak up about their identity a lot more because it's just me and a few others. And some of these people don't speak up much about it. They don't touch on the subject. But like, I would never bring my trans persona into my wrestling. But I will still fly the trans colors because I support that. It's something that's just out there. Some people will be like, oh, okay. You know, obviously I just support trans people. But yeah, so he touched me ass and I turned round. I said, now you touch me ass, you want to feel my dick?
Oh.
And his face dropped and he was like, I didn't, I was like, yeah, mate. And like, honestly, it was the funniest thing ever because he was sat there. I was laughing because he was like, he just backed off instantly, like, obviously, once I spoke and once I said that, and he was just like, I'm so sorry. And I was like, hey, it's cool. I just found it funny.
It's so
like,
funny.
It's just a message, like how creepy guys are.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So I'm not actually that much of a creep, everyone, by the way. Like, I don't just generally go around and say stuff.
Like, I have a lot of female friends, and like, I can't even tell you how many times the female friends have asked me I had a set of twins that I was best friends with all that. Like, I still am kind of still friends with them. Like, we talk on and off. Back in the day, long story short, they would have me pick their boyfriend. Like, they would go, the first week of dating, they're like, Joe, meet my boyfriend. And I'm 5'1". So it's like that TikTok video that round one, fight. Fuck. If I say he's a jackass, he's gonna stomp me into the fucking ground like a peanut. Like, I did one. I scared the guy away. She broke up with him. I shook his hand, and he was taller than me, but I chihuahua'd on him. I went like this. My name's Joe, and I guess he wasn't that strong. I heard his hand go because I was like, "Hi, I'm Joe," and he was bigger than me, and I just squeezed his hand, and I was like, "Hi, I'm Joe," but I wasn't scared. The other guy, I was like, "Oh my god, he's gonna step on me like a bug and not even realize it." So I was like, "Don't die."
Honestly, I mean, I've embarrassed some guys. There are times that men won't go on a date with me because I have bigger muscles than what they have.
Oh, jeez.
And they're like, and people are so, especially smaller built guys, like skinny guys, they're so wary of what they say around me. And like for me, like I grew up, so I'm from a homophobic community. You know, I was also like that sort of thing wasn't really acceptable in my family, if I'm honest, like either. So I grew up believing that, oh, that's not okay. So like so many people are so wary what they say, but because I'm from that background and like I've dealt with it, you know, I've been beat up so many times just for being myself. You know, I've been threatened to be stabbed. I've had knives pulled out on me. I've had like confrontations with people. You know, and each time I just kept still like I didn't shut myself off. I kept walking out. So I've heard everything. So when people are like making a comment or they're wary what to say, like I'm not a snowflake. I joke about my identity myself sometimes, you know, because I'm just a generally outgoing person. So I'm like, look, if it offends me, I will tell you, but like don't be treading on glass around me. Like I'm honestly I'd laugh because I have a dark sense of humor. And I'd find some things funny. Certain things, any like racism jokes or anything like that, then I don't really find funny. Like I'd sit there and I'm like, everyone else is laughing. I'm sat there like, are you serious? Like, what if people made white jokes? Like, are you gonna have the same reaction? Are you gonna laugh?
Yeah.
Like, come on, this is a community that's been like disrespected, and you're sat there making jokes. It's just disgusting. Like, there are some people in my family that I no longer talk to because I've distanced myself from people like that. It's not something that I want to be involved with myself. So like they'll make them jokes and they're sat there laughing, and I'm just sat there like, grow up.
Exactly.
Racism is not okay. Like even if you're joking around, it's not okay.
No, it's not.
And it's just the minority of people. People are dicks.
Yeah, big time. Like
people are dicks. I would say my favorite word, but it's probably a word that's going to be banned on your podcast.
Oh no, there's people. We have people cursing on our podcast. We had one of the wrestlers from Scotland, and he cursed up a storm about food the whole time. Like,
I mean, my favorite word is the C word.
Oh, we had I'm not gonna say her name, but we had a British wrestler come on here, and the first wrestler to ever say a female wrestler ever say the C word in Geek's face looked like when you watch Family Guy.
Mm-hmm.
You know the episode when Jennifer Love Hewitt hugged Peter Griffin, and he's like, "Honey, hands are here, hands are here." I can already see Metal Geek's girlfriend on the opposite side of the computer. I wasn't even there that episode, and I can see her doing this. Like, I didn't say it. I'm not saying it. He was just laughing, going. He's like, I could see it. I could look. I could remember back. He going, and I'm like, all I can think is, a woman just said the C word on my podcast, and Geek is not. Geek is. I've known Geek.
I don't think it even crossed my mind, to be honest with you.
I saw your face. You looked like Peter Griffin hugging Jennifer Love Hewitt.
Did it really?
Yes, it did. You look like Peter Griffin hugging Jennifer Love
I think
Hewitt.
I was just in so much shock that I didn't even realize what just happened.
But I swear I could see the red eyes of Maud of Ever So Spiffy on your forehead going, "You better not say anything, Geek. You better not say anything." Because girls, you say it and you're stupid and you don't realize it. You see the red eyes everywhere around you. You're like, laser pointing, about to get sniped all different directions. It's like,
speaking, yeah.
What?
I was just saying, speaking of Family Guy, what would you say your favorite TV show is?
Big Bang Theory.
Big Bang Theory, yeah.
I love it.
Big Bang Theory. I am a huge Big Bang Theory fan. And I would also like to formally apologize to anyone in the comments about my personality. If you don't like it, bye. You know, I'm just to say it how it is person. I can't help that. Sometimes I will get myself into a lot of trouble because I don't think before I say. But then I'm like, that's what makes me me. I'm unique. But I'm a down to earth person. I'm not a fucking twat. Like I'm not racist. I'm not homophobic. I'm not all these. I'm not arrogant minded. I'm so loving, and I'm so out there. I'm so bubbly. But going back on subject, Big Bang Theory. I'm actually going to Comic-Con as Amy Farrah Fowler.
Oh, in England, there's a when is your con?
March 19th, I believe.
If you ever come to America, look it up. In October, New York does one. New York Comic Con.
Well, if you're paying for my flights, then yes.
Joe, you have to pay for a flight now.
Another person asked me to pay for flights, and that's like something I've never heard before. No, I had some...
You keep inviting people, Joe. I mean,
I'm just giving advice. That's all I'm doing.
You're expecting to pay for flights.
I had the violin in the background. All I'm doing is giving advice.
It's just like that one Titanic scene. It's like, shit, they've asked me for flights.
Like, you get the meme of the old lady. I haven't done this in 45 years. I haven't heard that in 45 minutes. That's how I feel now with this podcast. All I'm doing is giving advice, and then someone just starts going, the red light in the middle of my forehead. Is that my glasses? Nope, that's a sniper rifle from indie promotion. I'm just going to stand like this. Like this. All the lasers around my head now. I don't realize this microphone could be a good thing and a bad thing. Like, yeah.
Well, yeah, no, there's Comic-Con down here, and I'm going as Amy Farrah Fowler, which is my favorite character. She's amazing. Do you want to know a fun fact?
Sure.
Have you watched Big Bang?
Oh, yeah. Watch every episode.
No.
So, Amy Farrah Fowler, Mayim, I can't pronounce the second name, Mayim Bialik?
Yeah. Oh, Bialik, yeah.
Bialik. Mayim Bialik is actually a scientist.
Yeah.
Wow.
She has a commercial here in America that she's talking. I forgot what she's talking about, and she's like, "If you didn't know, I'm really a scientist." And I'm like, "I've seen this commercial 6,000 times, baby girl. I know."
Yeah, and it shocks so many people. They're like, "What?" I thought she was just. I was like, "No." Like every time she's talking about scientific things, she actually knows it and not just reading it from a script. But I'm on season 5 right now, and I'm rewatching it for about the 2000th time, and like I'm just sat there like I know everything that's gonna happen, but it just never gets boring.
It's so weird to think that. How long has it been since that show's been on the air now? It's been like what?
I mean, there's been 12 seasons to 12 years. At least.
This is still going on.
Yeah, it's weird to think that we all watched that show so long, and now that's only thing is left that's kind of connected to that show is Young Sheldon.
I mean, that's good as well.
That's pretty good.
So good.
My parents love it. I'm like,
what I really want is I want a Big Bang Theory reunion. But I want Raj to leave whoever he's with, and because it just makes me fun. Like I love the jokes. Like we'll always see Raj like he can't speak to women and all this, and then there's that episode when he fantasized about Bernadette, and he's thinking, and he's just sat there like, nope, definitely not gay. Yeah. And I'm just sat there like, but you'll make such a great gay character. It'll be great. Not pushing like the gay agenda on like so many things because I don't want to like have them super straight after me, but like even Sheldon, the actor, is gay.
Yeah.
So like, but no, it's the best series ever.
Yeah.
If you haven't watched it, Metal Geek, then
it's time.
It's time. We do have Peacock here in America, so I'm pretty sure it's on Peacock.
I think it is.
Netflix.
What's that?
It's on Netflix as well.
Is it? Because I thought it was a CBS project.
NBC.
Project, or was it a
NBC?
NBC. I thought it was CBS.
Ooh, it's Netflix too. It's on Netflix.
Mm-hmm.
So what would you say? What would you say your favorite match is, Amber?
My favorite match?
Yeah, of your own or in general that's.
Or do both. Or do both.
You do both.
That's tough. Out of my own, it's quite easy. It would have to be last night's show with Outcast. I mean, it's the first time that I wrestled another woman. It's the first time I wrestled Indiana White. And it's the first time I went in as a champion. You know, and even though I didn't get the belt because, you know, Luna Trix cheated. She cheated.
I heard it was a good match.
Yeah.
Sorry. Is it going to be anywhere, Amber?
I'm sure they'll upload it on YouTube and stuff. Unfortunately, we had to cut the match short because she was in warfare prior to that, and she actually fractured 2 of her ribs. And I was like, "Look, we don't have to go out." And she's like, "No, I'm going out." And so I'm really proud of her for that. She's absolutely amazing. Luna Trix is one of the best people that I've met, and you know, but she's so stubborn. Everyone was just like, you don't have to go out. He's like, I'm going out. But it was great. You know, the crowd. We actually had the loudest crowd reaction out of the entire event. They were just absolutely insane. It was Outcast Wrestling has an amazing crowd. They really do.
It's a sign, Geek. It's a sign.
It's a sign. We have to go to England to go to Outcast Wrestling.
We got to go to an Outcast.
Yeah. You have to go to Outcast Wrestling, and you'll have to go to Immortal Wrestling as well.
We spoke to somebody from Outcast, and they said that their owner wants to come on our podcast on Owners Month. So
Jackson Arrow is great.
Yeah, Jackson Arrow. That's
Jackson Arrow. He spoke to us.
Everybody says Jackson is awesome.
He said that's the one I told you, Geek, that he said he started at 14, and I was like, Geek, read that message in the chat. And you're like, what? And you're like, 14 years old. He's 14 years old when he started wrestling. What? And I was like, it's insane. That's insane.
So it's Luna Trix, even though she cheated, because she made me boot my best friend.
Yeah.
Oh,
you don't do that. That's cheating.
Yes.
No, we wasn't cheating. You know, we wasn't cheating. Even though people would say, "Oh no, you were cheating," you know, because when the ref's back was turned, my best friend was strangling her. That's not cheating. That's being smart. It's not my fault that Luna Trix came out and had no friends.
Oh, jeez.
You got to think smart. But no, she's great. Honestly, a really worthy opponent, and I have my utmost respect for her when she's not cheating.
I think it's rivalry week. We just didn't realize it because we had Luna, and now we have Amber, and
well, Luna was last week.
Yeah. I always get confused with the days, but
Amber was in the chat. Amber was in the chat. You don't remember that?
Yeah, I remember.
I wasn't there. I really want to wrestle her again. Honestly, without
where's Luna?
Without going into character and you know, talking smack. Out of character, she's great. I have utmost respect for her. She didn't have to go out. I didn't want her to feel like she had to go out because, you know, I came from the mainland. But you know, she went out there and we both killed it. Absolutely killed it. And I think I nearly made her son cry.
Oh jeez. Oh jeez.
There's one point I was choking her on the rope, and he was like, "My mummy," and I went, "Is this your bloody mother?"
Oh,
and he was like, and I was like, "Well, say goodbye."
That's so mean. That's like the meanest thing I think I've ever seen anyone do to get heat.
But it's definitely something. It's definitely a match to watch. Like, there wasn't much, obviously, because for her safety as well. We did what she could do. So there wasn't much like many moves as such, but it still told that story. Like, she legitimately injured herself, but she did have a brutal match prior. And so it told its story as well that she was injured. And even the crowd, like just working the crowd, it was great. You know, every time that they'll cheer Luna, I'd shout at them, and then they get even louder because I'm shouting louder, and every time they get louder, I get louder, till the point that I can't shout, and I've got a big gob. Like, you could probably hear me from New York, to the point that I can't shout over them. It's amazing. It's one of the best matches that I've had.
Yeah, must have been talking to Joe and say, "Is that Amber yelling?" It's like, "Nah, I didn't hear anything."
Yeah. Like, when the match is released, let us know. We can go on here, not do a show, and we can watch them. But we could all watch the match together.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, we could do like a almost like a reaction, like a watch party. We could all watch it. I don't know if you want to have Lunatrix in the same room. We could all watch it together, all three of us, to sit here and watch the match.
Yeah, we'll have Luna here.
Oh God, that would be the funniest thing. Like, have both here, and we could record it and like tell your company we're gonna record it, have a reaction show, have us in the corner, like three of us here, and we'll have the screen like where we're standing, like where pictures are, and we'll watch the match, and we can record it.
Great idea, Joe.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can record. We don't have to go live.
Yeah, I'll tell the owner of Arrow.
Make little clips. I mean, they'll be fine.
Yeah.
Reactions.
All reactions, like Luna's reaction to one of the moves she did at the end of the match, or like Amber's reaction to something in the match, and be like, "Oh my God, do that!" Like that.
But yeah. Outside of wrestling, my favorite match I've watched would be Eddie Guerrero, China, and Kurt Angle.
Ah, definitely. Wait, that was WrestleMania, right? WrestleMania 20.
Believe so, for the Intercontinental Championship.
Oh no, I'm thinking of the match with Eddie Guerrero face Kurt Angle at WrestleMania 20. I was at that one.
Yeah,
I was at that.
Or even Shawn Michaels versus Kurt Angle at WrestleMania.
That's Geek's favorite match.
That's probably one of my favorite matches too. But that's in the past. Though I think my new favorite match has got to be Okada Omega.
Okay. Nowadays, it would have to be Bianca Belair and Sasha Banks.
Definitely. That's definitely on
that was a killing match.
Yeah.
It's funny.
The moment it made me cry as well.
My favorite match is hard to say because I don't want to be canceled for saying it, but I'll say it anyway because I'll say half the match and not get myself in trouble. Shawn Michaels versus Triple H and that other guy that I can't say his name because I'll get in trouble. Name starts with B.
We know who you're talking about, Joe. We know.
Chris Benoit. Chris Benoit. Bernard. Yeah, that guy. I like that match because that was my first ever in-person WrestleMania. And not only did I get a chance to see a great triple threat match for the World Heavyweight title, I got a chance to see the return of the Undertaker, which is going in the Hall of Fame. So, Amber, what are your thoughts about the Undertaker finally getting inducted into the WWE Hall of Fame?
I mean, there's no really like. It was inevitable, really. Like, it's no matter what year he was getting inducted, it was without a doubt. I'm so glad that he is. I'm hoping it's Kane that will induct him.
Definitely.
Yeah.
I really hope it's Kane that will induct him. But on the note of the Hall of Fame, I'm more peed off that Victoria and China aren't in the Hall of Fame.
I thought they were. I thought China was in the Hall of Fame.
Only part of DX. She's not on it solo.
Yeah.
I always thought she had a regular solo ring. I guess not. Yeah.
Talking about the devil.
Oh, there she is.
There's the cheater that made me kick my best friend.
Oh, there she is.
There she is.
There she is.
There she is.
bless her.
So Luna, we're trying to plan some fun hangout time for the four of us. When they release your match between you two, we want to do a watch party and watch it all together like a big happy family. Would you be down for that?
Oh, I so hope she will be.
That'll be so much fun.
Once the match is released, obviously, right?
We've never.
If we ever have a match again, she needs to bring a friend this time and play smart like I did. You know.
Well, she'll bring her son.
Sounds good to me.
No, I'm scared of her son.
Of course.
He's like the only person that I'm scared of. Honestly, like he beat me up after the show, and I was like, he literally slammed me into the ring post. He pinned me, and I was like, I'm scared of him. I'm scared. So she can't bring him. She can't bring him. No. But yeah. I was also. She needs to bring her friend. No cheating and no making me kick my best friend though.
Yeah.
We're kind of sad you couldn't bring your tag team partner today, Amber. He's 5 years old.
I know, but I am super scared of him. Don't he can like have anyone else except your son as your tag team partner, because like I will run a mile. I will.
She'll run to New York.
He's like the most sweetest thing. He reminds me of my nephew, which is probably why I'm scared of him.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah. It's like, what's his name? Amber's turned into Kenny Omega 2.0 right here.
Oh, no. Wrestling children. Great.
It's gonna become a meme. Don't have your kids get watched by Amber Joe.
They'll beat me up. Honestly, they will. I reckon it's payback for all the times that I beat up my younger siblings.
Oh, jeez.
And now all the younger ones are beating me up.
Oh, geez, you'll be like, come back to the house all tied to the chair.
But it shows, like, it shows that I'm very, what's the word? I have very maternal instincts. You know, like, again, bear with me, at least 13 of us. And like I'm the oldest. Out of the blood related, there's 10 of us. Yeah, there's 10 of us that are like fully related. Because I don't like say like step brother, step sister and stuff. Like to me, they're still my family. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I'm Italian, so like if you're my step brother, you're my brother. If you're my step sister, you're my sister. Do you know what I mean? I don't believe in that. So altogether, there's literally 13 of us, and without the steps, I'm the oldest. So as you can tell, there's like 9 other kids that I'm beating up.
Oh, jeez.
And I'm just sat there here, and I'm clotheslining them. I bullied them, and honestly, I'm very maternal, and like I babysit all the time, and I still get beat up. I'm just sat here like maybe I should have been nice to my siblings when I was older, because now the kids are just beating me up.
Definitely.
But I love it. I can't wait to have children myself one day.
Who would you say your toughest opponent was, Amber? Oh. She's in the chat. She's going to get mad.
The only one that's pinned me. It will be. Gosh, she puts up a bloody fight. She really does. Lunatrix.
Yeah.
Yeah. Her code breaker.
Oh, so
I'm sorry. It nearly took me out. Honestly, it nearly took me out.
So, my question for you is there any type of match that you would be like, tell a guy, whoever's putting the show together, like, nah, I can't do that type of match. No.
it probably would never happen. Because I mean they get a lot of backlash. But the only match I wouldn't do is a bra and panties match.
Ah, okay.
You know, if they wanted to do like this whole, let's go back an era, and not condemning the bra and panties match, because if we didn't if these girls didn't go through that, then we wouldn't have the women's wrestling that we have now.
Yeah.
But I just think it's mainly not because it's like going back into an era. It's more the fact that I'm very self-conscious about my body, and I wouldn't feel comfortable in underwear in front of millions of people. So like these ladies that did that in front of thousands, I have so much respect for them. And I wanted to say thank you for going through things like that to allow the women of today to have what we have now.
Yeah.
What would you say your opinion on intergender wrestling is?
Intergender wrestling is the best type of wrestling.
Mm-hmm.
It is the best type of wrestling.
I feel we get the best matches out of all of them.
Yes, I mean, exactly. Like some of the best matches were intergender. It's like I really want AEW to do intergender matches, because I would honestly love to see a Nyla Rose and Kenny Omega.
Definitely.
Or a Sammy Guerrero, however, tag teaming with Jade Cargill.
Yeah, Jade could go, dude. Right? Jade, right?
Yeah.
I'm saying like Jade could go. Like she could go against.
Yeah, honestly, I want the intergenders back in WWE mainly because I mean, how killer of a match with Rhea Ripley versus Roman Reigns?
We were saying something like that, or Roman Reigns versus
Charlotte
Flair for the championship at like a WrestleMania.
Mm-hmm.
Charlotte Flair can go. She can.
Yeah.
She can fuck up the guys.
So many people dislike her. Because she has this ego that unfortunately I kind of have the same type of ego. But she knows how to bloody work. She's talented.
Yeah, exactly. She's probably one of the best women wrestlers.
Mm-hmm. She has elevated I don't think I know one bad match Charlotte Flair has ever been in.
Never. I don't think she's been in a bad match.
But my coaches Rishi and Raj like to argue who's better, Charlotte or Becky.
Charlotte. I say Charlotte.
Everybody would say lately. A lot of people say Becky, but I still say Charlotte Flair.
I mean, Becky's had some okay matches. Charlotte Flair, when she's in a big match situation, when do you say that? Wow, that was a great match.
The one that I can see actually rising on their level, is someone that's going to be talked about so much. I think it's the new generation of the Four Horsewomen. Liv Morgan, Bianca Belair, Rhea Ripley,
definitely,
and Naomi.
Yeah.
But can I just say how glad I am that Naomi and Sasha Banks are back together? Team Bad is back.
Yeah.
Oh my god. I'm so sorry. I'm going right now. I'm freaking out.
I was just about to say, Rhea Ripley could face any man too.
Mm-hmm.
She could face any.
Ripley versus Brock Lesnar.
Ooh.
Yeah.
That would be a good match because right now, what Brock Lesnar's doing as a face is so weird. Like, don't you?
Here we go. WWE, if you're probably. Hopefully, maybe someone would watch this that has WWE contacts. Do another mixed match challenge. Have Ronda Rousey and Brock Lesnar teaming against Roman Reigns and Rhea Ripley.
Ooh.
Oh man,
that would be it. See now, I wonder in 2K22 they're gonna let you do intergender tag team matches.
I so hope. I mean, they do mixed match matches, but the women can beat up the men, but the men can't beat up the women. Otherwise, you get disqualified.
Now listen to this match. Quote me on it. Charlotte Flair versus AJ Styles. Or Seth Rollins.
Ooh.
Kevin Owens. The list goes on and on.
It's like
Sami Zayn is another one.
But who would you have Rey Mysterio face? Because Rey Mysterio's name is always brought up. Because you want to face Rey? Oh God, that'd be good. Amber Joe versus Rey Mysterio.
No. I'm not saying me versus Rey. I would have Rey Mysterio versus Liv Morgan.
Ooh, okay.
That's a good one, right?
Okay.
But the biggest one that I really would like to see is Rey Mysterio versus Io Shirai.
Ooh,
yes. Dude, that's awesome. Yeah.
I think
Battle of the Tiger Faints.
I love Rey Mysterio, but I like when Rey Mysterio puts people over.
Mm-hmm.
I was at an indie show in upstate New York with my one of my old friends, and his music hit, and everybody was sitting on like, "Yay!" I fanboyed out. I was like, "Yeah!" My buddy was like, I'm short," so he was like, "Really?" And I was like, "What? It's Rey Mysterio, guy's a legend."
See, going back to my fangirling, going back to my Outcast match last night, behind the curtain, I was freaking out. I was like, what if I get no reaction from the crowd? Like, because they don't know me. But, you know, like, I walked out and, oh my God, I got wolf whistled. I was, like, I've had someone turn around and be like, gosh, you are absolutely gorgeous. But the crowd proper loved, like, my look. And then the reaction, as soon as I took off my jacket and flexed my muscles, but the crowd was just like, ooh. Because that's it. I'm not just a pretty face, it's the big girl moment. I keep mentioning about the crowd. The crowd was just amazing. I wanted to cry.
That's
how loud.
Now we're gonna go back and watch this match.
Now we when this match Outcast, when the match is released, if you're watching this podcast, please message us on Instagram and let us know.
I believe there was 150 in attendance.
Whoa, that's more than isn't that like more than some of the American indie promotions? Keith?
Yeah, I think
150.
Yeah.
That's a big attendance.
In America, they get give or take, because sometimes in America promotions are not that good at promoting their events, and sometimes they get 54 people in attendance. Sometimes
100, right?
Good. It's like it's like that TikTok meme. Sometimes maybe good, sometimes maybe shit. Like this promotion. What's that?
I was just saying, I love that.
Yeah, there's an indie promotion in New York and Long Island lately, named Victory Pro. They're killing it, Amber, killing it.
What is it called?
Victory Pro Wrestling.
Every show, there's more and more people. Every show.
Get me on that.
Oh, what? You would love that roster. They let you run with your gimmick. They're just so. Me and Geek went to a show. He bought these tickets, bought these tickets last July, and we're like, he's like, we're gonna. I kept like, on the website, you look up the website. I'm like, the website's not even really set up. What the heck? And looked up their Instagram. People like, I don't know anybody's on this roster. Went to the show. Now I'm like, everybody that's on this roster, it could be in AEW right now. Everybody. They're all good. There's not one wrestler you can say, he needs to get the fuck out of here. No, they're all like, dude, everybody going. You all get on the bus. It's on the fucking
sign them all. Sign them all.
Even the referees need to get fucking signed.
No, seriously, I'm being serious. The referee needs to be signed.
I have a question for you both.
Okay.
Now, if you both were promoters and I was a part of your roster,
okay,
what match stipulations, like match types, and what opponent would you put me in for them?
All right, Geek, you go first.
Karen Bam Bam or Megan Mason.
You have to look up Karen Bam Bam. You and her would go because
What match type?
type of match, Geek.
No DQ.
I would have you face Tina San Antonio in a Falls Count Anywhere match. And the match could end in the middle of the parking lot on a snow hill because we're technically winter time right now.
I love that.
You have to look her up. Look her up, Tina San Antonio.
Me, I'd book myself with Rhea Ripley in a Hell in a Cell.
Ooh.
Yeah.
The red one that they keep using, or the old school, like the one that Triple H and Mick Foley fought in?
Old school, because I'm such a daredevil. Like, I generally want to climb on top of the steel cage, and take a suplex. I mean, I want to be put through a table. The only thing I wouldn't do is like be put through thumbtacks, but anything else, like I'm up for.
There was a match last night.
Just answer a question, Joe. Thumbtacks or Legos?
Oh yeah. There was a match they had in America yesterday in a indie promotion called and the New York Wrestling Connection. They only do it one time a year. Show is called the Psycho Circus, and the match is a hardcore match. It's like a Survivor Series match.
No, it's like a Royal Rumble. Royal Rumble.
I thought it was like Survivor Series.
It's kind of like it's kind of War Games. How about this? War Games.
Yeah.
It's more like a War Games match. So two people start, and then every like couple minutes somebody else would come out, and then there's like two teams. So.
And
then,
one of they show. Sorry.
And you could use it, and basically the match is wrapped. The ropes are wrapped in barbed wire. There's a steel cage that hangs on this side. It's like half steel cage, half barbed wire, and you could use whatever you want. There's tables, there's tacks involved. Sometimes people get creative and they use mouse.
Sounds like a match that I really want to do.
They actually had a table stacked up on top of a table, and they were showing the camera shot. If I could find the video again, I'll screenshot it. And it was like one side of the ring had the cage with the barbed wire. The other side had two tables stacked up with Legos on top of the glued to the table. If you go to the tables, you're going through the Legos.
Oh, damn.
Yes.
And one year I think they used mouse traps one year.
Oh, mouse traps?
Do you remember that or no?
I think I was there. Yeah, I was there.
It was the mouse traps on the table, and then the guy did the swanton bomb off the top rope through the table through the mouse traps. That looked like crazy.
So, another question.
Okay.
So you're the leader of your War Games team, right?
Okay.
Who are your 4 team members?
So we're gonna have separate teams right now. You go first, and then I'll give my team.
All right. I'm gonna have. This could be anybody, right?
It can even be an intergender.
Okay.
It could be an intergender team. We'll make it fun.
All right. Well, intergender team, so it has to be at least 1 or 2 women on it, right? Okay, so I'm going to use Okada, Kurt Angle. Let's see, Charlotte Flair, and maybe Ronda Rousey.
All right. I say ladies first. I let you go first, Amber.
Well, I mean, it'll be for me. It'll be myself, obviously, because I'm the leader. It'll be me, Rhea Ripley, Raquel Gonzalez, Ivy Nile, and Roman Reigns.
Ooh,
I thought it was 4.
She added.
I'm the 5th.
She's adding herself, geek. Okay, I'd be the manager because I like to be like the Paul Heyman because I like to be the one that speaks for the whole team. So team member 1 is my boy, the man from the 619, the Rey Mysterio. The second team member would be Rhea Ripley. Or is she already on your team? Rhea Ripley. The next member would be Sting. The next member, I think we're up to third.
If we're going 5 people, I'm adding Suzuki on my team.
The next team member is the great duck and get your face away from his mouth, the great Muda. And the last member has to be, I'm gonna go with Victoria. That's a nasty team right there. Can't you tell me that's not nasty?
That's a nasty team.
Because it's got Muda, which is spray in the eyes. Victoria will beat your ass. She's Victoria. Come on, Victoria. I was gonna say Undertaker, but I said Muda's better. Muda's old school. Yeah.
So do you have any upcoming matches, Amber? Or,
I do indeed. So I have March 5th. I will be making my Win Wrestling debut against Luna Rocks. And then March 6th, I'm making, me and Curtis are making our official, like just two of us, a tag team debut with Quality Wrestling. And then March 26th is a secret.
Ooh.
a secret?
It is a secret. Yeah, it's a secret. And then April 23rd, I'm gonna go watch the Immortal show.
That's cool. All
Where
right.
can people find you?
Pardon?
Where
Where
can
can
people
people?
find you?
I can't hear you.
Oh, sorry. Where can people find you? He said.
Oh, you can find me on Twitter, which is DAmberJoePro. You can find me on Instagram, which is the lowercase version of DAmberJoe_pro. And you can find me on Twitch, which is DAmberJoe without the pro.
Okay. So
I'm Metal Geek.
I'm Joe Panther III, and your turn, Amber.
Oh,
Yeah.
I thought you were going to do your
I did.
And I am the Notorious Angel Amber Joe.
And we will catch you in the next one.